Hey, in this video, I will be talking about my relationship with food. I love food. I mean, who doesn't? But I think I ended up loving it a bit too much and I ended up looking like this. That got me thinking. So here are a few thoughts that I would like to share. The first question being, why do we actually eat? Is it because we are actually hungry, or is it because we are bored and it's just a habit by now? I would say most people, including me for sure, eat because we actually like it. When we eat something that we really like, our brain produces the feel-good hormones, which include dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. Our brain treats eating yummy food the same way as using drugs or even having sex for that matter. So I guess we can conclude by saying that food is a drug that all of us consume, but we have no idea on how it actually works. So this is a simple breakdown of how food actually works. Everything that we eat consists of calories, and a calorie is the stored energy that is present in every food. When we consume food, aka calories, our body, through the process of digestion, converts the energy that's present in food to give us that energy. If we eat too many calories, the excess is stored as fat to be used for another day, as a result of which you gain weight. On the other hand, if we eat too little calories, our body burns the available fat to give us that energy, as a result of which you lose weight. But you might be wondering, how many calories should I actually consume? When it comes to calories, it is just a numbers game. So what I want you to do is take your body weight in pounds and multiply it either by 13 or 14. 13 if you're not very active and 14 if you're more active. The number you just got represents the number of calories if you eat on a daily basis. You will neither gain weight nor will you lose any weight. Hence, that can be termed as maintenance calories. In my case, I weigh about 80 kilograms, which converts to about 180 pounds. And since I'm not very active, I would multiply my body weight in pounds into 13. That gives me about 2300 calories. So basically what that means is, if I eat 2300 calories every single day, I will neither gain weight nor will I lose any weight. This works perfectly well if you're somebody who cares only about weight and not about overall composition. If you only lose weight without taking into consideration your composition, as I mentioned in a previous video, you will only go from being a bigger potato to a slightly smaller potato. But nonetheless, you'll always remain a potato. But I, on the other hand, was concerned about my composition as well. This involves counting your calorie intake with just one extra step. Previously, we concluded that food equals to calories. But this extra step acts as an intermediate. I would say food equals to macronutrients, which equals to calories. There are three macronutrients: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. In the fitness fraternity, protein is given more priority, mainly because it contributes to building muscle. And if we are not conscious about it, getting enough protein, especially in India, is pretty difficult. That is mainly because all the tasty and unhealthy food have a lot of carbohydrates and fats in them. 1 gram of protein consists of 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates also consists of 4 calories. Whereas 1 gram of fat consists of 9 calories. The next question might be, how many grams of protein do I need to consume in order to build muscle? Take your body weight in pounds and multiply it either by 0.8 or 1. Those two numbers give you an approximate range of how many grams of protein you need in order to build muscle. In my case again, I weigh 180 pounds. That means that I have to consume anywhere between 145 grams to 180 grams of protein every single day in order to build muscle. As I mentioned earlier, 1 gram of protein consists of 4 calories. So 180 grams of protein will consist of 720 calories. If I want to lose fat but at the same time maintain my muscle mass, I should eat slightly lesser than my maintenance calories, but at the same time I should keep in mind that I should eat enough protein in order to not lose any muscle that I have built. I would like to conclude by giving a few practical applications of what I just talked about. For this purpose, I would like to classify foods into two types: packaged food and non-packaged food. Any packaged food you eat will usually have a barcode at the back, which can be scanned by using an app like MyFitnessPal, which gives you a detailed breakdown of the composition of that food. Second type of food being non-packaged food. In non-packaged food, it can either be home-cooked meals or eating outside. When it comes to home-cooked meals, I would strongly suggest you cook your own meals. I mean, instead of relying on your mom or your maid, that will make you more calorie conscious. And buying a food scale in order to measure out exactly how much you eat will also really help. And which is something I've been doing. And when it comes to eating out, there's nothing you can actually do. It's not like you'll know exactly how much oil the chef in the restaurant put in your food or anything. But once you consistently start counting your calories, you can kind of guesstimate how many calories you're consuming, even if you're eating from outside. But all this involves a lot of trial and error. But the sooner you start, the more mistakes you'll make and the sooner you learn from them. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next one.